Just when I thought I couldn't sink any lower.
Hey, you beautiful Buccaneers, Falcore here. So for those of us not following the current mystery that is going on in Sea of Thieves, let me first shed some light on it. As you can all possibly tell by now, my channel, or brand, God I hate using that word, has pretty much always been talking about mysteries in the Sea of Thieves. People call me the lore king, but that's the furthest from the truth. I'm just the guy that connects the dots together in such a way that the developers either think, damn it Falcore, that's not what we're doing, or, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Let's add that. I think the developers realize that the community really love a good mystery, and so it's something that has now been added to the game. But I'm just gonna come out and say it. As much as I appreciate the passion and the people involved in putting this mystery together, let me start off with a little feedback. Although the community has had a lot of fun putting the pieces together, and believe me, there has been a lot of pieces, ranging from stuff inside the game itself to insane things like decoder rings and word searches outside the game, and the occasional Instagram makeup giveaway meta. For the longest time now, these clues and reveals have led us to absolutely nothing at all. Just further clues with no revelations or inspiration to keep the interest going. Couple that with the fact that this whole mystery is centered around a lore character that has next to no in-game story arc, and according to Rare, only 2% of the player base ever interacted with, and you have yourself a situation where nobody cares. A fine example of this is when I proposed the question, who is DeMarco, to my livestream chat. Only about 30% of the people knew, and only about 3 or 4 of them actually knew DeMarco was the Pirate Lord's son. It's the lack of in-game presence this character has, coupled with the very scattered and open-ended system in place to solve the clues, that has left only an elite few of people still interested in this whole thing. I have been following it as it has been unraveled, but I'm ashamed to say I have not been taking part these last few weeks. The whole thing has just become very dull. That said though, for the first time since this mystery started, we have finally got our first revelation, and that's in the form of the Pirate Lord's man cave being vandalized with the words guilty all over his walls. But why? Well, I'm not going to go into details of how people decoded clues to get to this story arc, but I am going to tell you what is actually happening and where we are. So it all started at Sea Dog's Rest. Dead body. Someone guided us to this lantern. The lantern shows things up. Who killed DeMarco? They said he got drunk. Turns out the lantern lights up hidden things such as notes. The notes turned out to be an argument on 1600s Facebook between DeMarco and Lassetti. DeMarco wanted to find a crew and sail through the shroud. Lassetti didn't like this. Wanted to stop him. DeMarco found himself a crew and then got sunk, and the Pirate Lord's been naughty. And this took 3 months. But why is the Pirate Lord guilty? Well, I'm just going to come out and say this now. He's not. The lantern has revealed some stuff to us, notes and clues that have shown us that the Pirate Lord did a shifty little deal with DeMarco's new crew, as can be seen at Thieves Haven at 3 AM by shining the lantern at this spot. The Pirate Lord appears to be paying off DeMarco's crew for some reason. The lantern also took us in the direction of several notes that gave us the impression that his crew was paid to stop DeMarco at all costs. DeMarco's crew have been showing up in several Twitter posts, which have slowly revealed the location of other clues. The devs were also cunning enough to hide his crew in plain sight in the Season 7 update video. But you didn't see that, did you? But although this payoff, coupled with the Pirate Lord's Tavern Banksy and clues found in notes makes us think that he could possibly be guilty of killing his own son, why is no one asking the question, who is the person leading us down this path? And what is his motive for showing us these truths? A recent post by the developers that reads, "Rumors can cut deeper than the sharpest blade," backs up the opinion that someone is trying to frame the Pirate Lord. Whoever is behind this mystery and is showing us the way could very possibly be the true villain, and wants to clear his or her name by leading us down the wrong path. But long story short, DeMarco's crew did indeed mutiny, and their ship sunk just south of Royal Crest Fortress. Diving down deep into the ocean, the remains of the Howling Wolf can be found. The logbooks found down here prove that DeMarco's crew did indeed have a hand in the ship sinking. But how did his body wash up at Sea Dog's Rest, many nautical miles away from the scene of the accident? Without a ship in sight, it is yet to be explained. It's entirely possible that the Pirate Lord paid his crew to stop DeMarco reaching the shroud, but to kill him? Very doubtful. When will we find out who killed DeMarco? Or furthermore, when will we find out who is guiding us on this murder mystery? Who knows? If it took 3 months to get to this point, I doubt it'll be anytime soon. But it's still pretty cool. Sort of. Anyway, enough about sunken ships and more about ship skins, because ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed Twitch drops again this Friday, and you can get your hands on the very clean looking Twilight Hunter ship set. All of it, not just parts of it like last time. But worry not, if you missed out on the previous parts from last time, you now have a second chance at getting them again. This is the first time the developers have given away an entire ship set in one round of Twitch drops. They usually space it out over a few months in tiny little bits. So make sure you're around to grab all of this, as it will be the only time it's going to happen. At least I hope it never happens again, because I'm getting sick and tired of the Twilight Hunter stuff. All info needed is down in the pinned comments below. Hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow, but if not, enjoy the weekend, folks, and happy sailing.